Okay, so it's 2nd of January. It's been raining. This is Agua Dulce, Santa Clarita, um, North Los Angeles. And let me see if I can take a walk on the property and admire nature in the real, in the now. So let's go. Carmen, you want to go with me? Hello. Yeah, that's a black chicken. You're not hallucinating. Yep. Hello. This is a new pen we've made. Let's see. I'm just trying to use the most the land and make it self-sufficient. Very happy with the last 5 years that I've been on this lot. Added more organic matter to the soil, chicken, goats, alpacas, horses, dogs, but mainly not using any of those weed killers and stuff like that. So pretty excited that while everybody keeps losing a lot of their land, hilltop and down, because of the water draining all the soil away, if you can see, there's a lot of greenery. This is beautiful. Look at those birds. Really enjoy Mother Nature. Alright, it must be the winds. Gonna put you where you should be. Gonna come and fix you later. Maybe just right here for now. Alright. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Karma is not sure where they want to come. But look at that beautiful. What I really don't understand is it's drizzling. We also have those clouds, and then we have those pockets of fog, snow, not snow, smog, something. Anyway, let's keep going before it gets too dark. I just want to go up to the top of the hill and just take a walk all the way up. As I said, all of this was bald because the previous owners of the property, God bless them, they used to spray weed killer just to keep it like maintenance, I guess. I don't know why else. Anyway, so we stopped doing that, and I really enjoy it because, see, if you can see, the ground is very uneven. It's a terrain like this is the normal path I use for my 4x4s. If you can see, it's all been washed off by the rains, and I pretty much realized it the first year itself that I bought this property in the winter when a slush came rushing down. We got a huge pile of water and mud right there. Anyway, so all of this was bald. Now if you can see, Mother Earth is here. You can hear the birds. You can see, by the grace of my father, the water is always to the top. and see that the tank's full, but all of this is all green. It's fresh when you smell it. Look at that beautiful view. All right, let's go up. I'm gonna go from here. Shelly's right up there. For people who don't know Shelly, he's a 30-year-old, about 210-pound Salkara that I rescued about 4 years, 5 years almost. Yeah, this is his den. He digs wherever he wants and then he crashes where he wants. Shelly, hi. Just saying hello. Don't mind me. And Happy New Year, brother. As per the Gregorians. All right. So yeah, hi Raven. Yeah, it is what it is. Exactly what you thought. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the view. That's the private airport. Hey Ravens. Yeah, here's the house, top of the hill. And plenty of wildlife here. Coyotes, mountain lions, bobcats. I think somewhere in the vicinity we've heard stories about bears. Haven't seen any on my property though. But look at that. Look at that. And this is on 2nd of January 2026. I can hear everything. In the distance I can hear a first responder. Look at that view. So those are the Vasquez rocks. So the soil that I'm walking is kind of soft, like very smooshy. So in a way, the vegetation is holding it together, and that's a way Mother Earth intends it. As they say, our skin is our biggest or the largest organ, and yeah, it keeps shedding. But if you don't have skin, guess what? You're dead. That's it. Okay, I'm on top of the hill now. I love it here. I think to me this feels like a end of the world. No more humans beyond this point. And it does give me a sense of calm, peace, and a connection that I cannot explain. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm living a dream or just dreaming. That's a goat. For people who heard that scream and don't know, this is a A2 zone. What that means is in the US, these zones where you can have certain laws. So it's an agricultural high zone. I mean, you could keep your farm animals, and goats are one of the loudest animals in the world. I have 4 of them. Anyway, going back to this beautiful land. I love it here, and I feel that all of us should connect more with Mother Nature. Like even while you're looking at your day-to-day business as usual, take a minute to slow down, pause, pause and see how the day starts. The trees, the leaves, the buds, the fruits, the birds, the fish, the animals, the rock, the grass, how it's all breathing just like we are. Some of it is conscious, most of it is lost. Hello, Karma. I see Karma's here. I hear Galaxy calling out. Yeah. Angels join purely because they can see my feet moving up the hill, and I'm really not sure if it's me or someone else, but that's how good these guys are, connected to Mother Earth, know everything. So I have a choice. Should I be trying to shut them up or just go with the flow? I think go with the flow it is. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, think about it. Looks like Minecraft, really. Or something like that, right? In it. Look at it. This is real Los Angeles, California. The corner where the world folds. Just trying to be poetic, but you know what I mean. That's your I-14 south or north, depending on which direction you're going. That's your Vasquez Rocks. If you've seen your movies, especially in Hollywood and popular series, you know what that is. That's paradise. That's where I live. It's called Angel's Ranch. I have now trees up on this hill, with lots of shrubs and lots of vegetation. I mean, I'm sure this is still called vegetation, grass or whatever. But of late, there's been so many. Let's go with what the neighbors was talking about on next door the other day. Chemtrails, contrails, whatever you call it. But yeah, like hundreds in a day. And because you're top of the hill, you kind of see everything, even if you don't wanna. So yeah, weather's been really different. I mean, I'm blessed. I've lived on 5 different continents, known in out of the acknowledged, alleged 7 continents of the world. Traveled all of them. I've seen many places. I've never seen anything like this. This is the city merging with the rural agriculture, farmland, or the non-city. Non-city, yeah. No concrete jungles out there. I mean, look at that. Everywhere you know where human beings live, you kind of agree it's not that. Yeah. And look this side. Ooh. It's a little slippery, but it's not that bad. So look at this side, as I was saying, look at it. Like gods meet on these mountains. They sit here and have whatever they want. They're gods, I don't know. Maybe I'm God, so whatever I do, I would probably have what I already do. My green tea. I like green tea. Let's see if the voice travels. Galaxy! Thank you! So there. Anything done with intention, even with Tibetan mastiffs. Yeah, that one comes back. I hear a bird. That's the sound my ravens. I have a theory. I say when gods want to be around humans, gods want to be around humans, and they don't want to show themselves or expose their identity. They come to us in other forms. I usually see a lot of birds, other animals, cats, especially dogs, most of the time. And ravens are a very high order of birds. Like the bigger the bird gets, the more aware of its own being life gets. So they're very selective of where they hang, where they go, where they stay. I don't believe in the concept of human thing. I own this property, I bought this property, because guess what? You're here for 100 years, 120 years if you're lucky, as per the Bible. And then you're gone and somebody else takes over. Most of the time, third generation drives it to the ground. And I think that's by design, because that's the law of equality, you like it or not. But that said, as I was saying, the more aware I got, the more balance I felt. And yeah, this is so much better than billions of cryptocurrencies, gold slabs, silver slabs, cash in the banks, and a hoodlum of people around you who you know tolerate you for what you have or who you are, more than of who you really are, if that makes sense. They're not celebrating your being. You gotta celebrate your own being, because when you celebrate your own being, it's a celebration. Everybody's invited, nobody shows up. What does that even mean, right? I know. My dog's name is Karma. He's a beautiful dog. He's the best dog, actually. He's the reason I believe in balance, subtly put. I've never had to correct this guy beyond a certain point, and that's saying a lot for an American-born East Coast puppy, AKC, blah blah, because they come with a certain life and life rules. And this guy has lived with me in a penthouse, and he lives with me on a farm. He's got a couple of other dogs. He trains all of them for me. He knows me more than anybody else. I don't have to call him, I don't have to tell him, he just knows. And that's what I call hyper intelligence. The same dog will make you cry if you try to enter the property without my acknowledgement. And you could try that. When we were in West Hollywood, a lot of people with pit bulls used to come and ask me, Beethoven, different. No, he's not Beethoven, bro. He's well trained, he's aware of his size, and he's confident, but he's not rowdy. And no, he's not a Saint Bernard. He's a Newfoundland Lancier. His strength comes from me, because he sees the fear of a pit bull in the owner's eye, the dog, before the dog. And my dog knows that because we are so close to Mother Nature, none of those breeds. By the way, I have Cane Corsos, Tibetan Mastiff. That's the most dangerous breed. If you ask me someday, which is the most dangerous breed for nobody to get, it's not a pit bull. Pit bull is, think about it. Unless the pit bull gets your neck because of the size of the dog, all you're gonna lose is a limb. Worst case scenario, right? The dogs like Alibis and Tibetan Mastiff. You see what I mean, right? He's watching me because he thinks it's the job. Yeah, as I was saying, these are the dogs Anatolian Shepherds, Alabais, Tibetan Mastiffs, and I'm sure Ovcharkas, Caucasian Shepherds, or whatever. Interesting topic. Why do we call it Caucasia or Caucasian if there was no island called Caucasia? Okay, without getting into controversies, yeah. So those dogs are different. Now, as I said, if you saw, she sat down. Why? Because it's not that she didn't trust me the first time she saw me. She still has this sense of calling the last shot. Most humans have it when they're on the lower realm of vibrations. I want to give the last email. Corporate America has that. Some people have this thing, I want to be the last word. I think those are the most useless words because you don't need them if they're the last. Word should be the beginning of a conversation or end of it, but last, it means already been listed, but you're just underlining it. Yeah, to me, I'm a bit much. Hello. This guy, he's about 50 years old. Yeah, I'm not making this up. That's what they said. When he was 48 years old, I got him. I rescued him from a family who had their kid grow up, and they kind of moved. They had two of these guys. This was 38. He was 48. This was about 4 years ago, so I think he's 52, and you get the math. But his name is Charles. Hi, Charles. Hello. Hello, Charles. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. And that's Angel. Hello, Angel. Both are boys. He had a hyper plug-in problem since I moved him here. See, he's doing fine, but because of, so here's the context and background. Before they lived with me, which is like 4 years now, they lived in San Diego in that nice couple's house who kids got it like when he was a year or 2 year old. So for 40 years or 48 years. So that's a long damn time. And he used to live in the living room, watch TV all day, had never seen anything outside, as in the sun. They had no clue what the sun was. The best, they were in the garage in the house. Anyway, they were always manhandled, as in like, I don't know, some people have this thing about touching birds, and the birds respond very nicely. Like, he likes to be touched. But I know that most animals don't entertain, like most humans don't entertain, the kind of, how do I want to put it subtly, the invasion of the personal space. Yeah, so that's what I realized. So while you see that movement, so while he's okay with me trying to touch him, I know he doesn't like it. And right now he's trying to intimidate me because that's what a cranky old man does when it's so cold. It is really cold outside, but he knows he's getting all the attention, so he's gonna be fine. Yeah, so while they're special, not for everyone. If you don't have a farm, don't get them. Don't keep them in cages that they cannot fly freely, and don't overcrowd and don't breed. I mean, these are the rules. We can just use the energy Mother Nature has given to us. We don't need to reproduce energy and then mess all it up. It's like getting 1,000 more cars every year and filling a garage 2,000 every year. So not sure what you're thinking, but if I was thinking straight, you fix the hardware. So you get to, like, let me give you a simple, I'm gonna be totally transparent on this, only my opinion, you don't have to agree with it. You should have one cell phone which is the best hardware possible, and with iOS upgrades, the features should upgrade. I mean, it's the same damn camera, speaker, connection. Yeah, that's how I think. So you're not filling the landmines with more of this, so you don't have to fight about commodity. See, he gets very excited about all this, where he knows that he can trust me totally. But his experience the last 48 years, people being handsy around him, did not make him feel that comfortable. Like, look at him, see? And anybody who's got macaws and these big parrots, they know these guys are not scared of humans. So if he was uncomfortable, unhappy, he would have let us know. See? He would have let us know. He likes it, but he's not sure. Anyway, I'm not gonna condone birds being humans or dogs, because birds are birds. Likewise, this guy, when I got him, they were like, oh, he's not He's not tame, that he will not touch you. And I'm like, dude, I don't want him to touch me. I want him to be inside. So he was like quarter of a cage. This is a big one. I don't think he's unhappy. I like him. He's really loud. He starts 5:55 in the morning. And I told you what I told you earlier about these guys. If they're not if they're not happy, they'll let you know. So, Charles, I'm gonna have to go. Say bye to me. Angel, bye. Karma, you be you. Yeah, he said bye bye. The dog. The ducks, the first birds I got. I had 10, now I think 8 left. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm just trying to balance Mother Nature. Take them off Craigslist. Yeah, I have to pay sometimes, but then you don't understand. I'm not gonna breed them, so that's one thing. 2, they always have their final home here where I take care of them. All of these came from Craigslist, so if you're from local neighborhoods in LA, you may have seen these ads in Craigslist, people trying to get rid of wedding pigeons, you name it, bro. We can't keep up with the amount that we produce sometimes. So, yeah, so all of these are here. I try to do the most I can. The rats also live in there. I don't like them so much, but what are you gonna do in this rain? They gotta eat. So as long as they don't come and bother me in my house, I'm okay with them being fed outside. And then, as I said, all of this is how it was. It was like this. Like, you can imagine how bad it was. It's still recovering from the shock of so many years. These guys sprayed all those chemicals. And to me, it's not even intelligent. Fuck, if you're living on the top, sorry for my French, but if you're living on the top of the hill and if you all of it gonna wash off, well, then you have whatever is your size of the lot, those many in air. There is no land. So clearly not a smart thing to do from any perspective. So yeah, let me know if you know what you know. But this is how I think. But again, trying to make these landing pods so it doesn't wash off and flood the town, as they say, these are tough times for all of us. Anyway, I keep digressing. Again, more birds, more kids. The one thing I can say is God has plans for all of us, including these birds. I don't say I find them, I think they find me. And then they survive, bro. They just survive. They just survive. They do the best. All of this, you can see when I bought this was so well done, but with the gophers, with the time, with the rain, everything is washed off. So it's come to a phase where you know as an architect that you gotta stop that draining, you gotta fix that drain, and then you gotta replenish it, but you gotta have a barrier where it doesn't drain out. So yeah, I hope we all as human understand that we are not living in a box, like literally, or a dome. We are living in the now, and in the now, if you are still human, then you're not away from this Mother Earth, away from this nature, from this kingdom, that ecosystem. We are as much a part of it or more than anything else, because the others, we don't give them an opportunity to make a change. They are trapped by us. Yes, we have trapped them. I mean, you could say, why don't you open them up? Well, if I open them up, the crows, the ravens, yeah, they will kill them. So while I'm a pragmatic human being, I am not emotion driven. Everything has its own journey, has its own path. All we can do is wash the linen, give the cloth another day, wear it again, reuse. Anyway, so I'm gonna start shutting it down for the evening. I hope you enjoy the discourse and understand that I love everything, including you, me, my neighbor, my animals, my my friends, my neighbors, my colleagues, people I've met in the past, people I will meet again, people I will meet new, people I'll never meet again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know I am every bit of you as you're every bit of me. I know I will remember you because you know what? Even if you try, you would not be able to forget me. That's what happened when it's like really high winds. Anyway, probably this is the last part of this analog. Another thing that I do most of the times, most of the days, if it's not really nice and fun, so which is like 364 days, yeah, but you gotta close it up for the night because see, birds love it till it's not fun. That means they can't decide to switch it up. These thick sheets, even when they get wet, they have something of a mechanism, because it's the fact that they're made of this material, that they block the airflow, yeah, and they also create heat. Exactly. So that's that. Okay, now I just realized I still need to go and feed Gunner and these guys. So why not do that while we're still doing that? So for people who don't know, I also recently adopted 2 pigs. Bad idea. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna breed them or grow them for food. But they are a handful. One, you need a very strong protection in terms of a pen because they can dig everything. 2, gender aggressiveness is real. So this is where I keep my stuff. Yeah, sorry for the mess, but yeah. Yeah, don't ask me that question. Most of my salary goes taking care of my family and my animals. All of it. And my mom. I don't apologize. It is what it is. This is why I came to the planet. This is what I accepted the role of being who I am. Ajay Solomon, God's favorite child. And like I don't question when he's nice, I don't question when he makes me work hard. And that's the reason, even right now, I'm walking in the rain feeding animals. A lot of people have asked this question, like over the years, why do I do it? I do it because there was a time, I've lived long enough to know, but there was a time when I was not doing this. All I was doing was living digitally, penthouse life versus the farm life. And that life was so unhealthy. You know why? Because I had no idea of what health, wealth, prosperity, abundance, connection, feeling really means. Of how it all comes down as a full circle, like a full circle. Anyway, so I was saying, time to feed the night feed Gunner, alpacas, and maybe something goats. Goats have a lot of to eat. Yeah, they just, as I said, loud animals, but Gunner, he can hear me. I'm so blessed. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. And my friends, that's Gunner. That's Rosewood. That's Chaco. Hi, Gunner. I see you throw your food out. Probably that's the reason you've been angry or something, huh? All right, let me give it to the goats now. Goaties, come here. All right, all right, all right. Okay, I'm gonna give this to the alpacas and the Gunner. And that's the alpacas. That foo-foo sound, that our tequila, and this guy, he's a meat. Here. And that's for alpaca. Again, I'm gonna give it to you. As I was saying, this guy is Tequila. He's a mean little goat, but he thinks he's an elephant. Yeah, he does. Go eat. Okay, see, Gunner knows what's coming. Yeah, so he's excited about it already. So I'm gonna feed him. Alright. He's a good boy. He's being a good boy. Come on, boy. Okay. So this goes back. I'm gonna give him a couple of more flakes for the night. This is called alfalfa number 2. Yeah. Karma is here to say hello to Gunnar, I'm sure. I think there's a male-to-male camaraderie. I've realized we have very few males, including myself on the farm and Karma. We have more females, and I think we all understand each other. I'll make a video on that someday. Here. And tomorrow Brandon's gonna come and clean all of this. And Brandon is a great help. But I wasn't trying to talk about Brandon. I'm gonna talk about Gunnar. So Gunnar, why are you wasting so much food, bro? Yeah, that's what I mean. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? What do you do that for? What do you do that for? No, I'm not saying fly. Yeah, this morning changed, and see, this is what he does. Now you may think, what the hell? But he likes to drop it and then eat it. So he's looking for something specific. I'm gonna eat that first, and then he's gonna jump on it all night. So by the morning, all of this, most of it will be gone. I don't know why he does it, but he is my sweetheart, so I love him, and he's a very good boy. I'll show you how. See, come. And that's while he's eating. And yeah, a lot of people may not know he's a rescue too. I think I've had him slightly like a year or so, but like slightly around a year. When I say slightly, I'm not sure if it's even been a year, but he's alright. He's a good eater. More than that, he's a good dog. Oh, sorry, good horse, not a good dog. Good boy. Okay, Karma is a good dog. See, he knows what to do. Anyway, let's go. Buddy, let's go. Anywho, so I have a superpower. I can walk on steep slopes, no problem. Rain, sunshine, snow. Yeah, I mastered this art, to be honest, on this land. I think if we know how to connect, then nothing is in our way. Okay, so I think everything is sorted for the evening. Just gonna let them be. So beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. Look at that. Kitty, kitty, kitty. That's a kitty. Yeah, you have a kitty too.